Michelleoddo, the Oddo Group, Leader One Financial, and renovation loans. What are they? Well, I get asked all the time, can I load home improvements into my purchase loan? I want to buy this house. It needs a lot of work. Can I load the home improvement costs into the loan? The answer is yes and no. There are ways to do it. There is an FHA product called a 203K loan. There is a conventional product that's just the renovation loan. Both of those products exist. We can do them. There are a lot of guidelines around them, and there's a lot more limitations in terms of getting the work done. So what has to happen? Well, first of all, you need a seller to agree to a little bit longer contract, because in order to make this thing happen, there are steps that have to take place and they cannot be avoided. So one of the steps is, and it's the most difficult, is getting your bids and picking a contractor. And we all know that that can be not easy, getting contractors out there. You're not even under contract, right? Or maybe you just went under contract on the home. You don't own the home yet. And we have to keep getting, contractors to come out, look at the place, give you bids, determine how much it'll cost, and the timeline and all those things. And then you actually have to pick one. If, assuming they come out on time, give you the bids on time, and you have things to pick from, now you pick your contractor. So once you've chosen your contractor, the lender has to approve the contractor. So we have to get their resume. There's a little bit of a background check on them, like a credit check, to make sure they don't have, IRS liens and they're not going to take your money and skip town, things like that. So the contractor gets approved. Then you get your appraisal, and the appraisal on the home is going to be the value today as well as the future value, assuming all of the work per the plans and specs have been completed. So you get an as-is value and an after value, and that's what the lender uses in determining the loan, to make the loan. So the process is longer because you're picking your contractor. That takes a little while. Then we need this appraisal that kind of has both sides of the fence, the as-is and the after value. You also, many times there could be an architect involved if you have to have plans drawn up. You also need to have someone oversee the project, so like a project manager, and there's a name for it depending on whether you go FHA or not, but that person charges a fee and they are involved in the process until the work is done. So what happens is every time, now we've closed the loan, let's say, and the lender is going to charge you either 10 to 15% usually over the cost of the project to put into escrow, because they want some money for overrun if the project runs over. So I'm going to use easy numbers. Let's pretend you bought a house for $400,000 and you want to put $80,000 into it. Okay, so you need $480,000, right? So you're going to do your normal down payment. We do a loan for the purchase price minus your down payment and then the improvements. The money goes into escrow, and every time we need money to go to the contractor, every time there's what's called a draw, the appraiser and somebody has to go out and re-inspect, make sure the project's on track, make sure the work's at the level and the place it should be at that timeline and deserves another draw to the contractor. So you see, there's a lot of pieces. So can we do it? Absolutely. Is it always the best option? No. Sometimes it's better to put down less money on the home. Like, let's say you were going to put 20% down. Maybe you put 5% down. Keep your other monies back and just do the work yourself. Then you can do self-help. You don't need your contractor approved. You can, do some things on your own. You could get some discount, appliances over here and carpet over there. And you don't necessarily have to pay a general contractor, a GC, to manage the job. It's sometimes a much more cost-effective way to do it. But if it's a big project and you don't have the funds and you want to use a renovation loan, it absolutely can be done. But just know there are steps, and it's really important that you use a lender that has a lot of experience in this. We do a lot of renovation loans over the years. I've done many 203K and renovation loans, and we're well versed in it. So that's probably the most important thing, making sure you have a lender that really knows how to do them. And that you have the stomach for it, because again, it takes some time and there's a lot of moving parts, and it's like, we got to keep all these things moving forward while they're all happening, if that makes sense. So if you have more questions, if you just would like to know about a renovation loan, give us a call. We'd love to chat with you and walk you through the details. Michelleoddo, the Oddo Group, Leader One Financial, give us a call.